Yo, happy Saturday traders. So we got a long weekend here. Market is closed this coming Monday. So I'm going to hit you with the weekly watch list video a little bit early here. That way you got a little bit more time to prepare. And quite frankly, well, I don't have too much to do here. So I enjoy putting these videos together. So before we jump into the watch list, I want to talk about healthcare. I want to talk about financials, a few other spots in the market. But real quick, I'll get you all caught up to date on our most recent round of trades here from my mastery. So for the industrials, we bought some in-the-money calls here. Great daily squeeze. There was a 3-day, there was a weekly, and we never really got the directional move. So we bought the calls back for about a 15% loss. And I like the structure here. It's just when you buy those calls, you're fighting time, you're fighting the clock. And we started running out of time, and it's just a bit of a chop fest here. So took the small loss there, mainly because all of our other trades are looking phenomenal. So we had a trade in NOW. That was really solid. So I think we took home 60-70% of max profit on our spread, I believe. Facebook. Such a beauty here. Daily squeeze. We got long at the 21, and we're buying back our put credit spread on the 30th on that big push for 70% of max profit. We had a very similar trade on Apple. Long at the 21, taking profits at +2, 70% of max profit. We had a trade on Tesla. Tesla we held for a while here. Yeah, we caught a solid move, had to sit through a bit of a dip, but that put credit spread brought home 80% of the paycheck. We got 65-70% of max profit on a trade here on real estate. Another good looking daily squeeze. And am I missing something here? XLC. Communications. Bought some in-the-money calls, had a decent trade here. So that is what we closed as of late. And currently we got open positions in SQ. A great looking daily squeeze. Open positions here in AMD, which I think is a beauty. And we also are long healthcare here. So that's what we got open. And in terms of the next round of trades here, let's take a look at a few things. And by the way, if I'm a little stuffy here, my bad. I got a mini sinus infection. I got allergies. So I sound like shit. But let's take a look at a few things here. So technology. This is obviously one of your stronger groups in the market. It's just a bit extended. So let's look at the futures. I would like to get long tech again on a dip. Now, realistically, look at the 4-hour squeeze here. There's a very good chance this 4-hour squeeze fires long. And there's your next leg to the upside, which I probably won't touch. I'm not going to get long Apple at 2 to 3 ATR. I just made some good money getting long at the 21. I'm not going to get Facebook. Just give me a dip. Long story short, I want a dip in tech stocks for communications, which is basically Google and Facebook. I want a dip here. And for the semiconductors, I wouldn't hate a dip to the daily 21 EMA. Now you do have a daily squeeze. I'm sorry, you don't have a daily. You do have a weekly though. So I do think over the next 2, 3, 4 months, this weekly squeeze takes a group higher. I just love entries back here at the mean. So we're on top of the 8 EMA. No 4-hour squeeze. So if we get a dip here, I'm not complaining. I would look for Nvidia all day long. I would look to take Broadcom on a dip all day long. However, if the group doesn't pull back and it just continues to push higher here, as I mentioned, we're already long AMD. And I think personally, just based on what I like, it's one of the better setups in the market right now. You got a beautiful uptrend here. Daily squeeze, positive histogram, stacked DMAs, and with the green 10x bars, you got bullish momentum increasing from a monthly chart all the way down to a 2-hour. And you have a 2-hour squeeze, you have a 1-hour squeeze, you have a big old 4-hour. It's squeezing everywhere, so unlike Nvidia, Broadcom, etc., it's not extended. So you could, I think, look to pick a little AMD up here, but just keep in mind, if the group comes back, AMD's probably coming in a little bit. So I like where we're at in the mastery as far as semiconductors goes. If it does pull back, we're grabbing Nvidia, Broadcom. If it just continues to rally into the highs here, AMD should make a solid move with it. So you could get long AMD here, though a pullback for the other names I think is to our benefit. So waiting for dips in the semiconductors, in technology, and in communications. There are a few groups that are setting up pretty good here right now where we're not waiting for a dip. So financials is one. And we are most likely going to get long something in the financials probably next week in the mastery. But check it out. You get a beautiful uptrend, a really good uptrend. You have a weekly squeeze, stacked EMAs, bullish momentum. You also have a 3-day squeeze that's basically as bullish as possible. And now you got a brand new daily squeeze and we're pulling back to the 21. So with patience, is a giant dump truck. Goes by my house at about 100 miles an hour. Hopefully you couldn't hear that. But with a brand new daily squeeze here, we're going to be patient, but we're looking to get long financials. So we might do a trade on XLF itself. We would... Oh, Goldman, please come back. If Goldman pulls back to the 21, I am going to certainly be interested. Morgan Stanley. The group is bullish right now. It's just a really bullish group. So it could be Goldman, it could be Morgan, it could be JP Morgan. Take your pick of the Morgans here, but they all have good uptrends, they all have bullish momentum, and they're all starting to squeeze. And I'm looking to get long at the 21 EMA. So financials, they're setting up for a buy here. Another group setting up for a buy is Home Builders, ITB. And make sure you're tuning into my morning preps on the YouTube channel here. I do Monday and Wednesday, and then Chandler does Friday. So make sure y'all aren't missing our sessions there, because we discuss these kinds of things before the open. But the Home Builders, ITB, great uptrend, a very solid uptrend, a great looking weekly squeeze, a great looking 3-day squeeze. It's technically firing long, and you have a beautiful daily squeeze here. And I love the fact that it pulled back to the 21 EMA yesterday on Friday. So I like the group, I like the trend, I like the structure. I think the trend continues into October, November, December. So in terms of names within the Home Builders, DHI is a pretty solid squeeze. You have got LEN, Lennar. I see Lennar everywhere I go, it seems. But that's a good looking squeeze. And then you've got Home Depot. And I want to get long Home Depot. Great looking daily squeeze, great looking 3-day squeeze, but check out the big whopper here, the W. Crazy bullish weekly squeeze. I say bullish because we've held above the 21, we have a positive histogram, stacked EMAs, green 10x bars, and I think it's even more bullish because of all the squeezes inside of it. So, I like this. Let's compare real quick though. I'm curious to see. You had the previous weekly squeeze over here. So you had a previous weekly squeeze. Were there any other squeezes taking place inside of that? Yeah, look, you had a 3-day. You didn't quite get the daily, but same concept. So I like Home Depot here. Lowe's. LOW. Another great looking weekly squeeze. So I like Home Builders a lot here. Looking to get long. And then last but not least is healthcare. Healthcare is just crazy bullish. So big time uptrend. And you got such a good uptrend here that it kind of hits the 21 EMA. And then it just keeps going on its merry little way here. So I think the push continues. I can't necessarily suggest you get long XLV as we're creeping towards +2 ATR. We got long over here in the mastery near the 21. Now I think our put credit spread is at like 35-40% of max profit. And we're looking to get 70-75% on the push into 138, 139. So I think a little bit extended there for a trade on XLV. Waiting for a dip I think is a good game plan. But within the group here, you've got Eli Lilly setting up at the buy zone. UNH, probably my favorite. That's got squeezes everywhere, nor is it extended, so there's a good pick. Then there's names like Pfizer. So in the description here to the video, I suggest you subscribe to our newsletter. In this Sunday's letter, which is a video, in this Sunday's premium newsletter video, I'm going to walk you through my process as far as, which sectors do I focus on? What am I looking for a sector? As far as, okay, this is something I want to get long. And then I go you through the quick process of, well, if we like healthcare here, how can we find good-looking setups within the group? And thinking back to our real estate trade that we just closed last week, You have the structure on the uptrend here for real estate itself, but you want to see a similar structure within the group. So ABT was setting up nicely here. I'm sorry, is it AMT? AMT. I've been messing that up all week. AMT is a real estate stock. That's what you want to see, is IYR is setting up. DRE, PSA, EXR, and it's very much like our trade from Goldman going back a handful of weeks ago, and we're looking to do it again. But you had the squeeze in Goldman Sachs on a daily, a 4-hour, a 2-hour, a weekly, everywhere, but it was a group move because the financials as a whole were setting up here as well. So I do suggest you subscribe to the free newsletter. That way this Sunday you can check out that video. I think there's a lot of value to take from that. But that's going to be the focus here. That is going to be the focus. I'm waiting for pullbacks in technology, communications, and semiconductors. Just being real, I wouldn't be surprised if I don't get my pullback. It's just the reality of this market. It is a strong one, but we're already long healthcare. I think a good trend. We got some AMD, so if the semis don't pull back, I think we're in good shape to bring home a paycheck from the group. And we got some SQ here. So all good-looking setups within good-looking groups. So wait for your pullbacks in tech, communications, and semis. I think healthcare, financials, and the home builders, I think they're buyable right here. So that's what I'm looking for as far as the groups go. Real quick, let's just run through a handful of good-looking squeezes. Not necessarily all within a specific group, but good-looking. Okay, so SQ I like. I like SQ. And this video might be a little bit longer than usual, but like I said, I ain't got much going on. And I love the sound of my own voice. and I love the market. Just kidding. I love the market. So, check out the weekly squeeze. Proper. To quote my pal Sam Shames, this is proper. Positive histogram, you're holding above your AEMA, and on that AEMA, call it the weekly launching pad, you got a daily squeeze. So I like SQ a whole lot here, and we're long in the mastery. And then in the options room, over here at Simpler, we're long Snapchat. I hope you all see how simple this is. It's the same freaking trade over and over again, but they work. They don't work every time, but you take 100 trades like this, you're making some serious money, is my thought process and my experience. So for Snapchat, very bullish weekly squeeze. You're basically on the verge of firing, and right on top of that launching pad, the AEMA, here's a daily squeeze. Now give it time here. The histogram's not positive yet. It could continue to chop, but I think once it's done chopping, it makes its way into a new high here. So Snapchat, we got that in the options room. And let's rifle through a few more here real quick. Walmart. Walmart is beautiful. Walmart is really solid here. So I like Walmart. Keep that one on your watch list. Shopify. The spreads are trash, but the setup is beautiful. TXN is setting up nice all over the place. DoorDash has got a nice daily squeeze. Monster Energy, which got one in my hand right now, believe it or not. Good old sugar. Monster's got a great daily squeeze. Dr. Horton, as we discussed, that is Home Builders, that looks good. LEN is Home Builders, that looks good. Domino's Pizza. Now, there isn't the most healthy theme here, right? We got Monster Energy drinks, we got Domino's Pizza, but you know what? They all have good-looking setups here. First Solar. It's got a nice squeeze. Yeti has got a nice squeeze. Crocs has got a nice squeeze. And I'll tell you what, I'm just going to show you a few more here. Chipotle. I love Chipotle. And Tesla, we need to pull back on Tesla. Now, I'm long right now on my own. I want it to dip, though. I want to take a little bit of heat on my current position in the short term, so we can get long as a group in the options room and obviously the mastery on a dip here. But I kind of highly doubt we get that dip. So we'll see what Tuesday brings. But check this out. I'll just slide this over here. Give you a little bit of free game, as they say. Alright, there's my current watch list. Those are a lot of good-looking daily squeezes. Now, obviously, I'm not going to trade them all, and I'm already long a few of them, but they all fit the criteria of what I think is a good solid setup, a good high-probability setup. But there you have it, guys. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Wait for pullbacks in technology, communications, the semis, I think healthcare, financials, home builders. They've got good trends and they're setting up at buy zones, so shame on us if we ignore them. But I appreciate you watching. I hope you have a good, long holiday weekend. Don't do anything too crazy. And check us out over on the Compounding Growth Mastery. That link will be in the description here. We're rocking and rolling so far. Apparently, I'm not even a member of my own mastery. So let me log in here. Maybe they kicked me out. Maybe they kicked me out. Nope, here we go. So check it out. Awesome stuff, right? You got the trade spreadsheet. You got a whole archive here. We've got, premium daily videos. And then I'll show you the trading room here. So I'm pretty active in the chat room, Monday through Friday. And we're live every Thursday and Friday for the first hour of the session. And then we do once per month a good, 2.5, 3 hour long session. But routinely every single week, Thursday, Friday, we're live together as a group. So I'll give you a sneak peek here what the room looks like. Got the alert section over here. So here's where I'm posting Watchlist. I'm posting our entries, exits, thoughts in the market. There is Miss Amelia, who plays a huge role keeping the ship afloat. But pretty cool stuff. So I can't show you any more than that now. But listen, I hope you all have a good weekend. I appreciate you watching. If you haven't already, go on ahead and subscribe, not only to the channel, but I can't suggest enough, to the free newsletter. And make sure you're checking out Simpler Trading as well. They got a great YouTube channel. I do a couple videos on there every now and then. You got the GOAT, JC, Henry Gamble, Raggy, Danielle. Whole good cast of players here. So enjoy your weekend. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace out.